Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy, also known as ETCG1. Because I'm wearing this hat, and hey, if it's your birthday, I want to wish you a happy birthday. Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, let's get to the topic at hand, which is, if money was no object, what vehicle would you drive? I've been asked this question more than once recently, and I keep coming back with the same answer. Oliver. And you might be thinking, okay, 1979 Fairmont, not exactly Ford's finest, but the people that had him loved him. It's not the car so much for me. It's the build, all this work and effort that I'm putting into it. When I get done with all this work, I will have an Eric the Car Guy, an Eric the Car Guy original. I was talking to a humble mechanic a couple of months back. We were hanging out in Atlanta, and I think this topic came up. But one point that he made was that you could give us both the same car, the same box of parts, and tell us go build. And we'd both end up with something different. And that's what I like so much about Oliver. It's because it's different. It's mine. It's unique. I know just about every nut and bolt at this time. I've had a hand in virtually every part of its assembly, of every single gear, cog, piston. You know, I've been there. From cradle to hopefully grave is a long time off, probably outlasting me. But that's, to me, that's what makes a vehicle special. It's, you know, granted, okay, I like hypercars just as much as anybody. I like muscle cars. I like all kinds of cars. I'm not a Ford guy, I'm not a Chevy guy, I'm a car guy. I love it all. You know, imports, domestics, Australian cars, those are pretty cool. There's a ton of stuff that I like that's out there. I would have a hard time choosing just one of them. But here's another thing that I brought up when this question was asked to me. It's like, you know, what about a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something like that? Well, I've driven NSXs. That's probably about the most exotic thing that I've driven. And I loved it. I mean, it was very cool, but it wasn't a Ferrari and it wasn't a Lamborghini. It was a poor man's Ferrari, a poor man's Lamborghini. And not to say that it didn't hold its own and it didn't do well, but my point that I'm trying to make is that without having the experience of going out on a test drive in, like, say, a Lamborghini Gallardo or something like that, or, you know, a Ferrari 458, you know, any of those things, or a Porsche 911 Carrera, without having the experience of doing that, I can't say that that's the car that I would have. I would be buying it just based on its reputation, based on the way it looks, which for me isn't really the best way to go about it. I mean, this may be a bad example. Girls, and this is no offense to girls, and I'm sure girls will agree with me once they hear it out. Some girls are really good looking, and underneath, maybe not so much. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Some people, and it's not guys too, okay? I won't just leave it to girls, I'll leave it to guys. So you can be a very good looking person and be kind of just a poop sandwich on the inside. It weighs heavily on your decision to spend time with that person. I think the same is true with cars. So if you haven't spent any real time driving an exotic car, a Countach or you know, something like that, how do you know if that's the car for you? I mean, old Lamborghinis, the Lamborghini Countach, let's talk about that. I had posters of that thing on my wall growing up. Freaking love that car. That car was so cool. I remember seeing one at an event and was just blown away. I was like, oh, someday I want to have that, I want to drive that. Well, I haven't driven one, but I can say that the people that own the Countaches and know the Countaches, they're very happy with it. It's not very easy to get in and out of. It's not a very personable car, but it looks freaking awesome. And that's my exact point. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I say, I want this car because I know it's awesome, because other people have said it's awesome, because I read in a magazine it was awesome, because I watched Top Gear and they said it was awesome. Jeremy Clarkson likes it, that means I like it. Not me. I want to try it, I want to experience it. C7 Corvette, I got a chance to drive one of those around a racetrack. And I learned that I need to go to driving school so that I can learn how to drive a race car fast around a racetrack. Because, I don't know, why? Because that's not what I do. I drive around the streets. and I try to drive like a reasonable person. So, at the end of the day, my answer, what vehicle would I drive with unlimited funds? Oliver. And soon enough, hopefully I will be driving it. We're making progress day by day, week by week. Anyway, putting the question back to you, the viewers. Feel free to leave comments down below. I'll also put a link in the description to a discussion about this video so you can talk about it over at ericthecarguy.com. Speaking of ericthecarguy.com, you have automotive questions? Well, got answers at ericthecarguy.com. There'll be a link in the description to make it super easy. Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, if you wish to connect with me socially. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for doing that. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.